You're listening to the BBM Global Network with 25 years in broadcast audio and video production. Our passionate team creates content and marketing for the world of Internet Talk Radio. If you've got a passion, come join us at bbmglobalnetwork.com. The BBM Global Network. Your voice is now heard.
Welcome to The Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change with your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel. Listen as Aurora brings good news to an awakening world and sacred healing using powerful and transformational tools. So now, please welcome the host of The Oracle, Dr. Aurora Ariel.
Aloha and welcome to the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change. I'm your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel, and I'm here today with my co-host, Turiya Valli, and we're broadcasting live across the universe on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. The title of our show today is Activations to Accelerate the Ascension, and we will be speaking about the ascension that is now taking place globally and how illustrious ones from realms of light are presently assisting our world. You will learn about activations and the powerful role they are playing in the awakening. We'll be going into some of the codes that are being restored in humanity's DNA and a whole upgrade that is taking place in this time. And we'll also be talking about our global healing forums and how you can be a part of this amazing blessing and influx of light to humanity and receive every month powerful clearings and activations. Today I have the great honor of introducing my very special friend and co-host, Turiya Valli. She's a co-founder and host of Awakening Heart Network and has been hosting these monthly global healing forums for me since 4th of July, I think, in 2015. Today, we're going to be telling you more about them and the amazing soul advancement participants have been making as each month we receive another increment of light, the activation of another increment of our divine codes, and the restoring of our DNA so we can live more fully in our fully authentic, full potential, eternal immortal selves. Turiya has powerful inner sight and a great heart for humanity and has been privileged to interview some of the most transformational spiritual healers on the planet. Her greatest love is to help people remember the truth of who they are and to awaken to their own inner divine. She hosts an amazing telesummit series with illustrious speakers and all kinds of offerings and gifts, so you'll want to tune into that at awakeningheartnetwork.com. And she's also a pretty amazing, pretty spectacular, actually, award-winning singer-songwriter. She's an author and also a behavioral therapist that really loves working one-on-one and helping people transform their lives. Turiya, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Aurora. I am so honored to be here today, and I am just on fire for what you're getting ready to share in today's subject because everybody, I want to say special greetings to everyone who's listening. If you have never experienced Aurora's work in the realm of activation and energy work, just strap yourself into your seat because you're going to have to hold on. She is the most amazing energetic healer I've ever seen, and her energy work is profound. So you're in for a real treat for today.
Well, I feel so grateful that I was awakened in my teens and was able to begin communing consciously with the realms of light, with divine beings many of who we know from the sages and saints that did walk the earth long ago, and other great cosmic beings, ascended masters, archangels, angels, Elohim, and the angelic hosts, and then the elementals that are so supporting our world today. It's been incredible life of refinement, of ever purification, to be a vessel, to be an oracle, and to be speaking to this positive planetary change, and also be a recipient of so much wisdom, knowledge, and divine assistance that's so available for us in this time. And the other day I was communing with Fiona, the queen of the fairies, and some of you might laugh at that. However, it was through my best friend Bernadette that I really got more in touch with the elemental kingdom. I had seen them, their ethereal forms, since my youth. However, her whole family forever has been interacting with them and gaining their support and assistance in this world. And what she was sharing, because I was in a meditation and I had been transported up to that realm, and she was saying that all of humanity used to live at that dimension. It's just a higher dimension of consciousness. And we would interact with them, and life was so different then. I guess you would call it the Garden of Eden. And that it was during the descent in consciousness that there was a splitting of the ways. And humanity went down to this more 3D and third dimension reality, and all of the ills of humanity came in, and all those dire circumstances we see today. And she said that in this time, people are raising into that higher dimension again, that it's the first time forever they have seen this in the elemental kingdoms, that we're raising. We're coming into that higher consciousness that allows us to partake of these amazing divine beings. And not only that, the realms of light. And so it was before that the divine ones walked and talked among humanity, that humanity lived at such a higher dimension that this was natural. And in our time, with the 400 million awakening across the earth, who are literally open to these realms, receiving from these realms, partaking from these realms, we're in a really, really unprecedented and amazing time. And of course, you have your finger on the pulse of this, Turiya, too, because you have a lot of speakers coming on your telesummits who are sharing about their connection to the higher realms and how to raise ourselves into that higher consciousness, and how to be more present in the truth of who we are.
Well, and I think that that's the whole point. And what you are speaking of with your experience with Queen Fiona is that everyone is saying, at our core, divine, the divinity that we are, a divine humanity, existed. And so somewhere in space and time it exists. But we went through this huge fall, which has been, talked about in various different traditions, whether it be, a spiritual tradition or even historically it's been spoken of. But the point is now, because it was an energetic fall, what we can do is we can begin to have tools. We have all kinds of things. I mean, we've talked about it before, but one of the biggest tools we have are the energetic shifts, because we're working to get back onto that timeline, and everyone is saying the same thing. It's like, let's bring out all the tools we have. Let's use the energy work. Let's use the activations, the transmissions, the processes, because we're climbing back to that space, that divine union where we are one, and there's a oneness always present, but where we know and behave and remember and are constantly in that union. And as we shift back into that divine paradise timeline, the others collapse. And there we are, right back into our divine birthright. And people are doing it now all through activations.
Yes, it's pretty exciting. And a lot of you might not know what an activation is, and we're going to go into that pretty soon here. And it's an exciting gifting from the divine realms of light. And as I've spent many years going back and forth, back to my homeland, back to the higher realms of light, and even gaining entrance into the fairy kingdoms, that plane of existence is a resonant reality of a golden age of light, of the Garden of Eden. So we're going to be going into that after the break. I'm Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel with my co-host Turiya Valli. We're broadcasting on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio, and you've been listening to The Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change. We'll be right back.
Have you been dreaming of that ideal getaway? A sacred adventure where you are completely restored and renewed. Join Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel for her Mastery Intensive Red Rock Adventure in Sedona in May, or the Oracle Sacred Destiny Cruise through the ancient temples of Italy, Greece, and Turkey in September. Want to know what to expect in the coming times? Read her award-winning Earth 2012 to 33 books. Sign up for her newsletter to stay abreast of all her offerings, healing specials, Earth 2012 to 33 updates, insights from the Oracle, secrets of eternal youth, and more at aurorajulianaariel.com. Ready to realize a greater potential? Experience her 33-day self-actualization programs, healing music for an awakening world, or healing activations available under products. Ready for a total life transformation? Sign up for her one-year program. Want a distance healing from Aurora? Check out her virtual healing center with its wide array of healing modalities and skilled healers under Healing Menu at sacredalchemy.com.
Welcome back to the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change. We're broadcasting live on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio, and I'm your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel, with my co-host, Turiya Valli. And today we're speaking on the Ascension and how activations from the realms of light are recoding humanity to live more fully in their authentic selves. And this in itself is the alchemical equation that is birthing an age of freedom, enlightenment, and peace. So Turiya, what we're seeing on Earth today is unprecedented. We are literally birthing an age of light, vanquishing the long reign of darkness on the planet. And I think forever humanity didn't think there was a way out or a way to undo. It's like souls just pretty much remanded them to this planet because it was a sorrowful star, a place of suffering, a place that souls went for suffering. And no one knew how to get out of it until we, the violet souls, came, and a few illustrious others through time. But we came in mass in this time point because we have that connection to the heavens. We have a stronger connection to our true, immortal, eternal selves and a desire to be that fullness, to actualize that greater potential. So we are transforming the shadow self. We're here to do this work. We took on the ills of humanity. Maybe we were crazy. We thought it'd be a really great play in time and space. Let's go into the darkest planet on the universe and let's take on those programs that are creating the darkness. And then we're going to clean it all up for ourselves, whatever families we took over, and soul histories. And in doing this, the world will transform around us. Everything will be up-leveled. And I think one of the most important elements that many of us are awakening to is we don't have to go up against the powers that be, the citadels of power, and fight and be in a fight on that energetic level. We're accomplishing so much by opening up to the higher realms. We're being vessels of healing and light and blessings to the world by cleansing ourselves. Because really, all the dark elements in this world I found are a direct relationship. They're a direct mirror of the unhealed aspects, the subconscious programs and viruses in the human computer system. So really, if we want change out there, we got to change it in here. And I think you're hearing that a lot in the telesummits. Everybody's coming up to speed here. We're realizing the great work is within, and then whatever gifts and offerings we bring to the planet, but the most essential piece is being in our full potential selves, and that's where the divine ones come in. That's where these global healing forums every month have been assisting everyone to have an upgrade, because we're so programmed here, and even the DNA has been coded, keeping people in worker bee mentalities, keeping abundance and wealth away, keeping people aging fast and leaving embodiment way more quicker. I mean, hundreds of years earlier than was ever done before. And now we're getting this incredible assistance to be fully awakened in the earth and bring our illumined gifts, wisdom, knowledge, and offerings to the world. So, Turiya, what is your experience of these global healing forums? I know it was quite unexpected that it was like a divine commission that you and we were brought into to do this, and it was such an amazing, miraculous thing with those 7 ray activations on July 4th when it all began in 2015. What's your experience of these forums, the activations, the light that's been coming through, and what's been getting done every month?
Well, I feel that it really is about divine alignment, and I feel, again, like you said, it's completely accorded. I think I said before on the call that when I saw your name, like the first moment I saw your name, I knew something was going to happen. And everybody, this was before I even met Aurora or knew her. And then we started working together, and one day, something, I'm not sure exactly what was going on, and she had been doing activations before, but on this particular day, there was this 7-ray activation that began to come down through her that was completely downloaded, and somehow we all knew that this was going to be something that would come out into the world very quickly. It began to be a monthly event, and so now we're monthly live, and what I've experienced is that the divine realm comes and decides what's going to happen, and then Aurora opens up, and there's shifts. Again, I'm looking at planks right in front of me, and we literally shift a timeline. We shift an outcome, and you can feel it. You have to, it's very important, I will say, people bring their intention to the call. They bring water. Sometimes they gather with friends. They light candles, and you just relax and you open, because what will happen is that the energy is so powerful that you literally shift frequency and you shift outcomes. So sometimes it's so intense that I can barely speak afterwards. It's like I know something so huge has happened. And it's not just enough to say, okay, so, well, it's a huge thing to say, perhaps a tragedy was averted, and many have been, or that someone was sick and they got well. Those are really huge things. But if you think about shifting an entire timeline, okay, so we're shifting from one reality to another, and people who are working in the realm of timeline work, kind of address this and the fact that things are different. And so when you leave where you were before, you look around. Does it look the same way? Does it feel the same way? No, it doesn't. And so the global healing forums literally are shifting the outcomes, and it's profound. It is absolutely profound. And so that's what we get also from the feedback that people who let us know what they're experiencing. They also say the same, just profound.
Yes, and we're never the same, which has been the miracle of it. It's like an upgrade every month. So I know you're very diligent like I am. We're always doing our next piece of inner work as issues arise. And of course, I train people in this, and I love to pass this technology. And then on top of our own inner work, to be receiving this divine assistance is so incredible. And then as the light's coming in through me and the divine ones are speaking and doing their work, I am watching it all like a living color movie. And that's why I love to do it with you, because I'm so grateful that you're hosting this on Awakening Heart Network, because you have inner sight, so you see it all too. And it's incredible to witness everyone getting restored, their DNA activated, recoded, the pineal cleanse, the third eye open, the chakras now spinning just gloriously, their auric fields cleansed, ailments are dissolving on the causal levels, subconscious programs are transformed, and then what happens planetarily, which I'll speak to next when we get back. So we're going to go to the break. This is Dr. Aurora Ariel with Turiya Valli on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio, and we are the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change, and we're going to be right back and delve a little deeper into all of this.
Have you been dreaming of that ideal getaway? A sacred adventure where you are completely restored and renewed. Join Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel for her Mastery Intensive Red Rock Adventure in Sedona in May, or the Oracle Sacred Destiny Cruise through the ancient temples of Italy, Greece, and Turkey in September. Want to know what to expect in the coming times? Read her award-winning Earth 2012 to 33 books. Sign up for her newsletter to stay abreast of all her offerings, healing specials, Earth 2012 to 33 updates, insights from the Oracle, secrets of eternal youth, and more at aurorajulianaariel.com. Ready to realize a greater potential? Experience her 33-day self-actualization programs, healing music for an awakening world, or healing activations available under products. Ready for a total life transformation? Sign up for her one-year program. Want a distance healing from Aurora? Check out her virtual healing center with its wide array of healing modalities and skilled healers under Healing Menu at sacredalchemy.com.
Welcome back to the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel, and I'm with my co-host, Turiya Valli of Awakening Heart Network. We're talking about activations and the divine assistance we're being given from the realms of light, and how precious it is that humanity is receiving such divine assistance in this time of great change. And by all of us raising into our true authentic selves, it's changing the field. And Turiya, you were just speaking to one of the aspects that take place as we're doing inner work or receiving these activations, clearings, that it's changing the timelines. And what I see from that is that we have these human programs running. They're creating havoc in every area of our life, every level. And as things start hitting the fan, it calls us to do the inner work, to go inside and see, okay, what are the subconscious aspects doing? You know, why am I having this travail? And when I have a different attention, I want a positive, loving relationship. I want abundance and be able to bring out my gifts. So why this block? Why this problem? And as we clear that and heal it, then immediately that future line we were on no longer exists, because those aspects that were carrying those beliefs and programs are now transformed and they're operating on the higher self level. So they're actually bringing in a more positive future. That way we've really literally swung quite a ways into a very different future potential, a more beneficent one. Now you think about when all of us are doing this work, as our issues arise, we're transforming our patterns. And of course, once again, I've given the quest for that, and you can get my free book when you sign up to my newsletter, how to do it, why you want to do it. But we can heal these very quickly in minutes, literally going from misery to peace in minutes, change and alter our relationships, our whole life, just up-level it, upgrade in a moment. We're on a different future line. When you think of 400 million now undergoing this great transfiguration, doing inner work, plus getting help from the divine realms of light, you can see how fast we're altering future timelines and why we're going into glorious future, and why we don't need to pay attention so much to the dark potentials and the dire circumstances of Earth unless we're called to do something, to help, send light or participate and bring a remedy. It's really important for us to stay positive and focused on this ascension that's taking place, that is raising us to ever new dimensional realities, even while we're on Earth, a fairer reality. And as we are doing this, the whole world, the whole molecular structure of this holographic field we call Earth are changing exponentially. We are going to have that future I spoke about in the last show, because we're doing this and we're altering everything. Turiya, any more on that and about any other aspects that you've loved about the gifts we're being given and the activations and everything that's going on in the monthly global healing forums?
Yeah, you know, one thing that I love about it is it's like you actually, if you had any question before, then after the global healing forms, you have no questions about the divine presence in all of our lives. It's like again and again and again, it's just so clearly, presented that the divine is meeting us. We're showing up. We make ourselves available, and then look at the abundance that the divine flows in a, cosmic universal form, but also in specific form through the masters and the ascended beings and the angelic hosts and all of these different divine beings are constantly coming forward saying, here are all these huge divine gifts. They're yours. Here, have them. And it's like, wow, we can just show up and take them. So we can't feel dejected. We can't feel like, oh, there is no, there's no, God doesn't care, or Spirit doesn't care, or Source doesn't. Yes, there's this outflowing, huge outpicturing of energetic love from the Source to change every single thing. So that's one thing I love, the divine outpouring of love to each and every one of us to change this. We have to show up, but it makes it so much more satisfying, and you just feel so loved when you see how much love is pouring out from the source for us to shift. And that's what you get through the Global Healing Forums, and it's absolutely remarkable. There really are no words for it.
When I look back a couple years ago, who I was, who we were, the change is remarkable. And I think many are experiencing that too. You know, as we're doing the inner work, as we're partaking of these divine gifts, we're just being up-leveled. We're continually being up-leveled. Our lives are being up-leveled. That doesn't mean they're easy, because we all have the next pattern playing out, and then we've got to tackle that and use all of our skills on every level of our beings to transform it and remedy it and make reparation or whatever it takes. So this is an ongoing theme, and yet to know that we have so much assistance, it's incredible. It's amazing. And what I feel when I'm giving a divine healing transmission is like a waterfall of light coming down from very high realms, pure realms of spirit. And it's like a flood of light that happens over some days before the Global Healing Forum. And even the Divine Ones have said that when the minute people sign up for them, it starts flowing. So a lot of people sign up early, and then they're just getting all this assistance and light and healing all month. And what I find is sometimes I have to acclimate to it, because I need to speak. You know, I need to be introduced and share a little bit. And then we get into the divine healing transmission. And it's quite a high frequency. As Turiya says, you know, she's like sometimes laid flat afterwards and has to acclimate to this exquisite upgrade that we've received, this exquisite new energetic that has come in. And as the light is flowing, I'm seeing all of us in the audience. I'm connected in with everyone across the world that is getting transformed. And then we become these exquisite chalices of light, and even more light amps up, and Elohim come in, and there's like this massive cleanup, first in the psyches of humanity, because that's the causal level, the cause and core of suffering, and where all these dark things are coming out of it, and then throughout the earth and even the universe. And there's a whole transfiguration that occurs each time. So I have a sense that I might be giving one of these as we get back from the show here. So I want to have you all stay tuned. This is the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change. I'm Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel with Turiya Valli, broadcasting live on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. And we're going to be right back. Welcome back to the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change, broadcasting live on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel, with co-host Turiya Valli. We've been touching on the great unprecedented happening on Earth today, where an unparalleled divine assistance is upgrading humanity beyond what it has known, beyond millennia upon millennia, and the reign of darkness is getting dissolved as this birth of a new era is coming into play, an era of freedom, enlightenment, and peace. There's a great light that's flowing, and I'm getting the impetus to share with you a divine healing transmission and activation. So I'm going to tune in and be a vessel of that. I just want to say a quick prayer, and then we'll let the divine speak. Beloved Father, Mother, divine universal presence, our inner divine selves, heavenly sponsors, we give grateful thanks for the bountiful blessings, healing, and advancement on our path, the great and glorious light bathing humanity, raising and recoding humankind and all sentient beings back to the divine intention, that the greater divine plan may be fulfilled. And we thank you for the great healing taking place today on every level of our beings, bringing us to that true light of our divinity. And we give Grateful thanks it is done in accordance with divine will and the highest good of all. O glorious ones, how we adore you, how we love to bring our light, our healing, and upliftment to this world and beyond into a system of worlds that are ready to undergo the greatest advancement, a great leap in consciousness, an exponential advancement beyond what has ever been known. You, the ones that came to be born unto the earth, to do this mighty work, stand with us, are aligned with us, and we work with you day and night to assist you on every level and area of your lives to become those full potentials, that true radiant beingness that is your truth, the true essence that lives and abides within you. And as you break through the barriers, as you unlock the sacred mystery of your soul, as you step free from the matrix of human programming, you find yourselves in this higher dimensional reality where you can commune easily with us and those of the realms of light, where you can be in that rarefied consciousness and feel the goodness that is the prevalent energy in the divine universal presence that permeates all life everywhere, that fills every atom, cell, electron of your being, and is encoded within you and the earth. Thus do we come, the Elohim of love, and Elohim on the seven rays, to assist you today in a mighty awakening and advancement. That is a leap that might have taken lifetimes upon lifetimes in past eras, and yet now, in this one moment of time, we perform that mighty miracle of light within your DNA to recode now and reset the DNA according to the divine patterning of the divine lineage of which you are, and which you come forth to display for all humanity in your fully awakened selves. Thus the upgrade has been ongoing through this entire time and will continue for those that are tuning into the replay, so that all on earth can benefit now from this release of light. For as we are called forth, so do we come to give our mighty gifts. So do we bring the light and love of our realms into the earth plane. So do we quicken you. So do we uplift every atom, cell, electron now. And you can feel that vibratory action and quickening taking place within your being, deep within your soul, transforming all those soul dilemmas and dissolving all those conditions that have been adverse in every way, manner, or form. Clearing your auric fields, cleansing your chakras, realigning your physical bodies to be in radiant, perfect health, taking out all the encoding that no longer serves you, that is from past eras and passed down through the human lineages through time. We stand with you in the earth, cleansing now even the molecular structure of every form, every endeavor, every project, every station, everything now bathing in that illumined light of love, that radiant high frequency energy, the highest frequency, to bring all into that divine understanding that love is the prevailing energy. It is the true fabric of the divine. You are love. We are love. The whole universe is formed in love. And everything that is less than love is being dissolved in as greater increments as can be taking place today, and then ongoing in our global healing forums as we come to keep clearing the way, assisting you on earth to partake of that fullness of who you truly are, to awaken and remember you are divine. We thank you. Welcome back to the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change, broadcasting on BBA Global Network and TuneIn Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel, with co-host Turiya Valli, and we just received an unexpected, unprecedented release of light from the divine ones. And as they were concluding, the internet just shut down over here in Sedona. So I think this was just a lot of light amping through the airwaves. Turiya, what was your experience?
Oh, absolutely. And I kind of just relaxed in it. And then when the whole thing just kind of went like, bam, it was, building and building and building. And I will tell you something, that happens very often. I've heard a lot of speakers talk about how when the energy builds and builds and builds, sometimes the phone lines just die. Sometimes people get cut off. People get bumped off the interviews. It's not like it's uncommon. It's more like it's very, very common. And so it's an important thing to know. This happens, and we just keep getting up, and we just know how much light was flowing.
It was tremendous. I just felt like I was in waves and waves and waves of like the strongest, most powerful waterfall of pure white light. And the energy was qualified with this exquisite love energy that was just pouring from the Elohim. And I was watching them, and there was the Elohim of love, the two of them, Eros and Amora, and then there was the whole entourage of Elohim and their divine complements, and we were just getting flooded with this incredible, exquisite love. And there was a lot going on of upgrade and repair of our DNAs. I was watching our chakras, the aura getting cleansed. Things were being lifted off us like these weird matrices of the human programs. I think that really have left people in these life sentences of suffering many times, and all that we're getting extricated. And I was watching a whole sweeping action of the earth. And then, of course, that most important element that the divine ones do, and which is my life's work, is working on that causal level down at the cause and cores in the subconscious of humanity, the psyche of humanity, which is the soul of humanity. The souls who came down were projected down from spirit and took on these programs. So it's a very powerful soul remedy just took place, and a soul clearing.
Absolutely. And see, the thing about it is when we have these huge clearings, what happens is that things change energetically. So space is created for a new reality to come in. And sometimes it's not so much things fitting into where you are per se. It's about you being moved forward into a new reality that you might not perceive in the moment, but you can actually know it's happening by what you feel. So you might feel like, wow, what was that? I just got hit by an energetic blast. Or my goodness, what just happened? I feel things look brighter. Things look different. Or when you get out into your world, stuff will have changed. You might have had a situation where things weren't working in, one way with certain people, and then suddenly things have gotten cleared up. Or maybe those people have moved on in life and gone into different new opportunities. But one thing you'll know for sure is that things change. And with all of this change, it's a huge rerouting of the system. And this rerouting allows for that divine energy to come in and for the shift to be made. And so really all we have to do is show up and say yes. Just continue to show up and say yes.
I do notice it's very subtle. It's because the work is on deep, deep inner levels of our being and in the earth, and cleaning those rivers of darkness within our psyche, all the pain we've accumulated, and things at very, very deep levels. And it's at certain times I become aware of the shift of how different. Like, for instance, people were really coming unglued since the election, and it was the same kind of energetic I felt right after 9/11. And it felt like I was on a different planet, really, in a higher dimensional planet, in this absolute exquisite peace, knowing that everything's playing out to divine perfection. Yet I was aware of this other planet, it felt like, and the people coming unglued. And from that divine universal presence reality, I just felt myself embracing it all with love, like big arms surrounding all of humanity, the earth. Like, it's all going to be okay. Like, you need to wake up from your apathy. You need the darkness that is within to be paraded in your outer reality, to shake loose, your apathy, your ignorance of the programs that are running you all day long and creating so much havoc on this planet. It's time to wake up and to be your full authentic self and to bring love into the field and to change the very nature of this world and up-level the systems. And first, by doing that within, to upgrade the self. So it's at those times we start feeling, wow, we are living on a higher dimension already. And the more people have interactions with the divine realms and with the elemental beings, you can know that you are on a higher dimension, that you have, through your work, through your diligence, raised yourself to be able to partake of those higher realms, to be able to see and commune with divine beings, and also your inner divine self. And that it's not how it has been forever, where way up the crystal cord is our true authentic self, and you have to get up there through meditation, if you can even get up there, to receive little morsels of wisdom or insights. No, we're clearing the way in our psyche of all these programs. Then we're getting help with the recoding of our DNA, which really was a major block to us being able to realize our full potential. And as this is occurring and the cleansing's going on and we're making our vessels pure, we're having pure diets and consciousness, and we're doing our meditation, we're doing our inner work, our selves, our illumined selves that dwell in spirit, are coming in and anchoring within us and locking in to this physical reality. And that's when the magic occurs. That's when our full authentic selves can bring forth their magic, their miracles in our lives and make right every single situation in our lives. So it has been said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the consciousness of heaven, and all things will be added unto you. How I would describe it is seek you first to be the truth of who you are and bring that self fully present and let that eternal immortal self sit at the command center of your being and bring its goodness to this world, manifest its glory in and through you, which is a heaven on earth, which is the Garden of Eden and a glorious golden age of light for all. And as we set ourselves right and we stay in that higher consciousness as most often as we can, doing the inner work when we dip down back into the shadow programs and then transform them quickly, getting ourselves back, our world's transforming. And everything that is of a dire state or circumstance or potential is dissolving away right now. And we don't need to stay riveted on the darkness. We just need to be completely focused on transforming ourselves so the world can transform around us. All right, well, we have a little bit more to tell you when we get back. This is Aurora Juliana Ariel, host of Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change, with my co-host Turiya Valli, broadcasting live on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Stay tuned. We've got some more glorious information to share.
Have you been dreaming of that ideal getaway? A sacred adventure where you are completely restored and renewed. Join Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel for her Mastery Intensive Red Rock Adventure in Sedona in May, or the Oracle Sacred Destiny Cruise through the ancient temples of Italy, Greece, and Turkey in September. Want to know what to expect in the coming times? Read her award-winning Earth 2012-33 books. Sign up for her newsletter to stay abreast of all her offerings, healing specials, Earth 2012-33 updates, insights from the Oracle, secrets of eternal youth, and more at aurorajulianaariel.com. Ready to realize a greater potential? Experience her 33-day self-actualization programs, healing music for an awakening world, or healing activations available under products. Ready for a total life transformation? Sign up for her one-year program. Want a distance healing from Aurora? Check out her virtual healing center with its wide array of healing modalities and skilled healers under healing menu at sacredalchemy.com.
Aloha and welcome back to the Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change. I'm your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel, with co-host Turiya Valli, and we're broadcasting across a universe of worlds on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. I hope you were able to partake of the activation. That was quite unprecedented, and I had no idea that was going to be an amazing gift from the Divine Ones to give everyone a taste of what these healing transmissions and activations are about that have been ongoing in our global healing forums that are the second Saturday of each month. And if you're wanting to tune into them, if you're wanting to join us, please tune into Awakening Heart Network. And also you can find the link on my website and aurorajulianaariel.com under my newsletter. So you want to get the newsletter so you can keep abreast of each one and all the other offerings every month. And also we have a Facebook that is the Global Healing Forum, and that always has the link to each one and shares with you who's coming and what it's all about and what glorious, amazing things that will be in store for us each succeeding month. Well, Turiya, I'm feeling different from that really beautiful release of light. I'm truly in awe, and the joy level's just been so high. It's similar to, every month when we get together for these global healing forums. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really, really different, and everybody, I'm always usually deeply affected by it, so I'm just noticing the energy, really, really feeling very powerfully shifted, and a lot of times I have to just really relax and let it in and allow and feel the gift of the divine energy that's flowing through me. So it's very powerful. I'm just loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just bathing in the light, and it's so available for us. I have the activations. I just completed a 33 CD collection of activations, many of them from the Global Healing Forums and other activations I've facilitated. And they're glorious. They're glorious to wake up and having them playing in the background of our homes. Some people take walks with them, but each one has its healing action and amazing things occur. And each time we listen to them, amazing things occur. So I'm really excited to announce that because they're just hot off the press. And in my next newsletter, I'll be sharing more about that in the ad campaigns. The key for us all is to understand what we're about. This I think is more essential than anything, is to really keep your awareness on the positive that's taking place on the planet and try to have very little input so you don't get overly infected with all the negative media, the negative stories, the negative projections about an apocalyptic future and all that. When you understand that we came to fulfill this sacred mission in the earth and that we're all doing it together, and that, yes, it's hard sometimes when we fall under the weight of our human programs, yet so necessary for the great cleanup of earth, then you can feel a sense of appreciation and acknowledgement for yourself to do this mighty work, to really care. And then to know we're more than 400 million now across the earth, that's mind-blowing. There's so many, and we're all doing it together. And we're raising ourselves daily to become that new world. We're raising ourselves literally into the new world. And the elementals, the divine ones, are all waiting for us. They're waiting for the whole holographic field of Earth to be completely upgraded, to be resonant with those higher realms, enmeshed in those higher realms where there are no more wars, there is no more disease, there's no more aging, there's no more travail, murders, and everything we're seeing still today on Earth. Turiya, I have such great hope for the future because I keep seeing evidence of it, and I see how much assistance we're giving all the time. And I know you share that with me. Do you have any last words for everyone?
Well, I just want to let everybody know that if you have never experienced an activation, please continue to reach out and allow for these experiences to open up to you because they'll continue to reach you. So what Aurora was doing today is a part of what we're doing from now on. Do the inner work, grasp the activations, come to the Global Healing Forums, second Saturday of the month. And thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, we love to do it, and I love bringing the good news to humanity. So my newsletters take me about a month to write, and they're just filled with all kinds of information and tools and offerings. That includes, I have a virtual healing temple that with beautiful graduates of mine, healers that are available night and day for our global community. We have a host of just the most wonderful types of sessions, all kinds, to help you activate your fullest potential and actualize the truth of who you are. And so when you sign up for my monthly newsletter, you'll get all this information, but you also get my book, The Quest, Heal Your Life, Change Your Destiny, and 50% off on any healing session for me over 33 days. So please tune in. Please avail yourself of all these offerings. I thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel with Turiya Valli on The Oracle, a voice of positive planetary change, broadcasting on BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Blessings and mahalo to you all.
This has been The Oracle with your host, Dr. Aurora Juliana Ariel. Come join us and listen each week for conscious shifting and a deep and greater awareness on Dr. Aurora Ariel's The Oracle.
You've been listening to the BBM Global Network. The ideas, views, and opinions of this broadcast are those of the participants of the program and are not necessarily the ideas, views, and opinions of the BBM Global Network Company.